I've matured. Why haven't you?
What?
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.
What up, everybody? It's your boy D, and I'm joined today by Cucuy as always, and we have a lot planned for you today. So I'm gonna go ahead and just toss it over to the homie real quick and see what you have started or what you have going on for today. What do we have?
And there was a lot of things. I felt like it was a good ass show, man. A good show this week. You know what? I gotta go. I got a couple, but I gotta go with the to me the elephant in the room, and that's Covino fucking blowing the room up and Jordan's response.
Oh yeah. You know what's funny? You know what made me laugh about that, dog? I don't know if it's just women in general or or what, but dog, my girl will react the same fucking way, and like to where where Covino had said he was like, oh, can I go in there? Is the restroom okay to use? And all that shit. Like, I can't believe you're sitting in this. Oh, you must like it. All that shit. I was like, Doug, that's completely my girl, 100%.
But I got a question. I want to know the $1 million question, right? Because from the stinkiest producer on the planet, he makes a hell of a candle. Where was his bearded wick at when he was passing all that gas?
But it wasn't Spot that was farting. It was Covino.
No, I know what I'm saying though. But the producer is like Candle fucking Genie, so he should have had a bearded wick burning while he was letting off all that gas, and maybe they would have offset, and she wouldn't have fucking smelt to death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. You know what I'll do is I agree with that. So what I'll do sometimes is I'm like, if I'm this is, I mean, fucking gross, but whatever. If you're blowing up the spot or whatever, whether it's like in your room or the fucking whatever, and you like Covino, you thought you were by yourself, you're sitting there, you're watching Bachelor in Paradise, whatever
for
the
sure.
fuck it is, you're watching your shit and you think you're by yourself. Well,
she's popping in there, bro. You can't be gassing all crazy with the way that she's popping in, bro. Where is the bearded wick distressed leather scent burning in the background? I'm just saying.
No, Doug, see, what I'll do, if I know I have fucking ripped some crazy ass right after, Doug, I'll fucking light a match. Doug,
yes.
I've even, if I don't have a match on me, I'm like, okay, I'll fucking light a little. I always have a lighter, so I'll light a piece of paper or something. And I'm like, fuck, I'll light the piece of paper. And then after that, I'm like, I'll fucking light a candle. So then, like, I feel like the paper or the fucking, match will kill the fucking smell, and then you light your fucking eucalyptus mint or whatever, and then you're
distressed
golden.
leather, bro. Distressed leather.
Oh, do you have one of those or what?
No, but I saw it on the site. I need to get a candle next. I bought my CNR hoodie today, so I feel good about that. Hopefully I can rock it next show. But no, I need to get some bearded wick candles. But no, from the way that he made it sound that the way that she responded, I don't even know if lighting a match would have worked. He should have went and got a comal and like burnt a tortilla, or he should have got like a toaster and burnt some bread, because something had to happen, bro. But he had to know he was that foul. We all know when your stomach's like feeling a certain type of way, you almost can tell the way it's going to smell when it comes out. Am I not right? And
yeah.
And tell me this: when you feel that way and it doesn't stink, you're like, huh? You're like pleasantly surprised. You're like, I don't get it, because that one felt like it was going to be foul.
No, you know what my brother says, and I took this from my sister. I took this from my brother, but I'll use it whenever my daughter gets pissed at me. Like I'll rip some huge ass in front of my daughter, and she's like, "Daddy, what the fuck?" Like she didn't say what the fuck, but basically that's what she's saying in her kid talk. She's like, "Daddy, that's so nasty," and I'm like, Kennedy, it didn't burn. If it didn't burn, it's not gonna smell. So my brother always says they don't smell unless they burn, and what made me laugh is because Covino and Rich were actually talking about they were like, oh yeah, don't you sometimes you feel it come out and it's like extra warm? That's when you feel like it's gonna be. I thought they said
if it's not a shart, it's not really a fart.
They said what?
If it's not a shart, it's not really a fart.
Did they really say that this week?
No, they didn't. I'm just talking shit.
Because I was like, oh shit, I don't know, Doug. I won't put nothing past them because some of their shit is fucking out there,
I'm just glad he told the story, and it reminded me of the Duty Time stories when one of them left an Uncle Fester, or someone left an Uncle Fester, and in the downstairs spare, like under the stairs bathroom or something. And remember they had the segment, Duty Time Tales, Time Tales. I missed that, bro. That fucking story, I don't know, it put a tingle in my dingle.
Do you remember, I don't know, Doug, how this fucking just got on a let's talk about duty type of fucking show, but
the fart story, bro.
Do you remember the story that I think it was Covino, if I'm not mistaken, who was like out of toilet paper and had to like army crawl like to the closet to grab like some more because there was like none even in the cabinet or something. Yeah,
for sure.
So that was back in the day when they had their Duty Time Tales, you know?
Yeah, that was fucking great, bro. I and that's why I think I don't know. I dug it. That's the fucking stinky guy in me, I guess. Even though I washed my butt, I still dug the story.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Contrarian. Oh, you know what? I actually have something right here. It says Contrarian, right? And it says Brian from Family Guy. And I looked for the fucking clip. I can't find it ever, but I'm gonna find it one day, and I'm gonna share it when I do. But there's people on the Carl page, or not the Carl page, on the in-show chat that you can always tell that they try to act like they're the smartest person, right? So what they do is they'll be the contrarian.
They're looking to be validated? They're trying to be validated or what?
What they'll do, no, they'll be, so like everybody in the group is like, hey, you know what? Fucking green composition books are dope, right? And then there's the one dude that's like, well, green composition books aren't fucking, and they try to be like all smart and shit, right? Well, there's a Family Guy clip where Brian, I think it's Brian the dog or Stewie, I'm not sure which one it is, but one of them is talking about there's always that person, and then they go, you know how like, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Family Guy, but they'll be talking about something and then they go to a clip, right? So they're talking about, oh yeah, he's like the guy who always tries to act like the smartest guy in the room, and then they cut to a clip, and then they're like, they're like Titanic, great movie, and then the other person's like Brian or whoever is the one that's the contrarian, he's like overrated, completely could have been better, blah blah blah. And then they're like, oh, Picasso, one of the greatest painters of all time, and he's like, oh no, it's all about Van Gogh, this and this, like, but it's everything they say. It's not like, because of course people have different opinions, right? But this is when and I felt that with some of the people on the in-show chat, that no matter what Covino and Rich are talking about, no matter what the consensus is, they always have to be the contrarian to make themselves sound a little smarter. And I'm like, it doesn't always make you sound smarter. Like, I just feel like a lot of times people can tell what you're doing. I feel like you're dumber than most people.
Well, because
you're insecure about it.
Yeah, especially for the people that understand what you're doing and understand that you probably don't realize how you're looking to those people. You look insecure, you look like you're attention needy, or you're just looking like you're being a dick. And all three of those looks aren't good. So I don't know why people do that, man.
Yeah, no, but I saw that and I was like, I definitely have to. Oh, you know what? I know we typically do like shout outs and stuff like later in the show, but I have to get a shout out to
I got a few too.
You know what? Let me actually find the message right here. I got to give a shout out to Michael Miggs because he hit me up. Actually, he hit me up with something that was not necessarily a contrarian. Let me find his message, but he hit me up about he said that we were mispronouncing long poke. He said it's not long poke, it's long poke.
It is. He's right.
Yeah. So I don't know where we said.
I don't. You know what though, bro? I don't like to be told what to do, and I'll pronounce that shit the way I want. Thank you though. But he is right.
But this dude, it was funny because there was something.
Is he the dude in the Carls you were just talking about?
No, he's not. He's not
okay.
Actually. But
sorry, bro.
no, this dude.
I don't need to be a dick, but it kind of goes back to the conversation we just had. I know exactly how it's. My company's building a building out there in a warehouse, and we have all kind of locals in and out of that building. That's probably the 10th time that I've heard that. But you know what? Lompoc, Lompoc, tomato. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah. Well, I was bullshitting with them, and he seems like a cool dude. There was something though that I asked him because I remember years ago, and see, I don't know because I kind of know like our personalities, right? Your personality, my personality. Yeah. I know a lot of the Carls like to break balls, even if they're just like bullshitting. So I didn't know if it was true, and I asked him about it because I remember years ago, Covino and Rich said Michael Miggs said he met Daniel Fitz when he was in San Francisco or something, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, he's fill in the blank, whatever, right? I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was something negative. And I was like, what? I was like, I've only been up that way one time. I was like, because I was in Tracy, we were in San Jose, we were in San Fran or Frisco, like the cool people over there call it.
The city.
And so we you know, I was in that area, but I was like, that was
the Yay area, as E40 would say. Is that the Yay area? Yep.
That you know, well, I asked him about it, and I was like, I remember you saying something. And he was like, oh, I probably did or whatever. And it was funny because I kind of feel like just bullshitting with him a little bit. I kind of feel like it was just kind of just breaking balls. Like there was somebody, I don't know if I told you, but there was somebody on one of our YouTube comments that had said, oh, I'm from Yuma and Daniel's a nice kid, right? And then some random person that I know for sure doesn't even live in Yuma, they were like, I live in Yuma too, and he fucking sucks, right? and I started laughing because I was like, oh, that's just people just fucking talking shit and breaking balls. So I didn't know if that was something Michael Miggs had just said, but anyway, shout out to him because I know that.
Shout out, I'm just being a dick. Shout out Michael Miggs.
You know, shout out to Michael Miggs and shout out to Carl Reinhardt because he's been on the show a couple of times, maybe once or twice. Reinhardt, it's HAREINHARDT.
All right, shout out Carl Reinhardt.
Well, he's actually he's become a homie of mine as well throughout Covino and Rich, and he hit me up the other day because last week when we originally uploaded the episode, the audio was a little bit off, and so he hit me up and he was like, "Hey, bro," he was like, "Just letting you know the audio's fucked up." And I was like, yeah, I go, Al Cucuy hit me up this morning at like 7 and let me know. And I was like, I appreciate it or whatever. And then I was like, well, when did you listen? Because when I talked to him, I had already fixed the issue. And I was like, was it like a couple of hours ago or when did you listen? He was like, nah, bro, I was listening at 3 a.m. And I was like 3 a.m. So shout out to Carl Reinhardt for fucking
send him some merch, shit,
for jumping on that shit. So he saw a new episode. He was listening at 3 a.m. So we really appreciate that shit. So that was awesome. And then somebody else that hit us up. Okay, I'm getting all my shout outs out right now.
Yeah, I'm going after you, bro. Run through them. I'm going after you.
All right, so Alejandro, the last one. I got to shout out Alejandro because this dude listens. He doesn't watch on YouTube, right? He listens. Well, he came to YouTube specifically to comment on one of our videos, and he was like, I appreciate you guys shouting me out last week or whatever. And so he told me, I listened, but I came here just to comment so I could let you guys know. So I was like, fuck yeah, going the extra step just to tell us that he appreciates it. We fucking love it. And so if people are irritated with the shout outs, then I'm sorry, but we appreciate those who appreciate us. So Al Cucuy, let's go ahead and go to yours.
Shout out Stickman, shout out Gunner, Bobby, Tip Dog, Husky Nips, Funky Monkey and her sister, Tito and E, That's Wild Podcast, all the Covinos, Big Steve, yo, Tommy, Mad Tud, yo, and Covino the legend himself. Shout out Greg Davis, because I know he's a cooler version of Rich, Sammy, Miguel, Mike Durbin, Baseline Trey, and you know what, Mr. Metro, shout out Tim and AZ.
Oh, and you know what? I have to give an anti-shout out. I'm gonna give a shout out to one of the fucking haters, Andrew Hart. And if you listen to our show, well, I'm just fucking telling it like it is. So
Andrew, you'll never, ever, 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 ever in your whole entire life, no matter what you do, be Kevin Hart.
Definitely won't be. He's a white guy. But this dude, when we had sent Covino and Rich some merch this week, and they opened it, right? So that was dope, and they were actually like very appreciative about it. And
that was all Daniel. I mean, I'd love to take credit, but Daniel did.
Well, I appreciate that, El Cucuy, but it's as a show. We sent it as a show, so it's coming from us, you know. And what I couldn't stop laughing at was, you know, they were actually appreciative of it. They were talking about the show. You know, Covino was like, listen to them. He was like, they talk about the things we talk about from their hood rat perspective. I thought that was fucking awesome. Well, then Kevin Hart, Andrew Hart jumps in the chat.
Andrew
and he
never
was like,
be Kevin.
Andrew was like, oh, he's like, I'm sorry. He's like, is it time for commercials? Is this a full-on commercial and all this shit, like, for our fucking show? And I was like, man, fuck you. Why are you going to hate if we sent them some shit? You know, I'm like, hey, I'm fucking hoping they appreciate the clothes and shit that we send because they're nice shirts. And anybody that has bought one can vouch for that. And so I'm like, they're nice shirts. They Hell fucking, yeah. You know, we're giving it to them saying, hey, we appreciate fucking you appreciating us.
Right.
Send some shit to them. And then you're going to fucking talk shit about, oh, well, is this a fucking commercial? Like, well, all right, whatever, dog. Like, you could say whatever you want. You could fucking, but I'm just saying, hey, haters going to hate, right?
Well, you can edit this out if you want, or you can leave it. Hey, Andrew Hart, you can kiss my dick. How's that sound?
Hey, I'll eat it if you don't mind it, then fucking whatever. But do you remember that time Rich Davis actually came into the studio one day and he was like, Taylor Swift is right. Haters are gonna hate. And players are gonna play. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And they broke his balls for like the longest time because they were like, Rich, are you fucking serious? And he was like, no, think about it. Haters are always gonna hate. And they're like, yeah, motherfucker, like, okay, but you're fucking, you know, I just whatever.
Yeah, you know what? Again, it probably reverts back to what you were talking about earlier. You're always going to have a couple of those people who are on the page doing some negative ass shit. I told you, bro. I try to get involved in a lot of that stuff when I'm listening and I'm free. I will, you know, go back and forth and communicate. But man, that's why I spray that sucker repellent, because it's people like Andrew Hart. Whoever's in his life, they need to have a lifetime supply of sucker repellent. Otherwise, his negativity, his twisted, just bullshit is going to infect you. The more you're around it, the more infected you're going to get. And I don't hang out with people like that, man. I don't do that.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Yeah, but you know, you know what? Actually, let me give a quick little story. We were supposed to have ImKey from the chat on last show. My dumbass fucked up the shit, lost the interview, all that shit. So we're going to try and have him on later today. And I'm saying try because I don't know what's going to happen. So shout out to ImKey. So
Right. Shout out ImKey.
What's up, man? Do you have something else? If not, believe me, I could talk all fucking day.
Yeah, no, I got some shit.
What's up?
You know, well, I got a couple things. I'll run through two of them real quick, man, and then I'm going to hand it over to you. First thing is, Rich Davis again said there's nothing open after 9 in LA. And I'm just like, as a lifelong California resident, as a guy who's lived in, you know, northern Humboldt County, southern Oregon, Fresno,
Lompoc,
Lompoc, if it makes you feel better, bro. I mean, hopefully it makes you feel better, bro. Lompoc. But anyways, point being, maybe in Sherman Oaks. All right, I can totally see that in Sherman Oaks. You go to Hollywood or downtown LA, shit ain't closing at 9 o'clock. So when he spews like incorrect statements like that, I got to come on here and clarify, because that is not the case if you're going to LA, Los Angeles. And I think they mentioned it. Someone mentioned it on the show that it's a suburb. Yes, Rich is in the suburbs. So in the burbs, Richie Davis, Dickie Doolittle, yeah, nothing's probably open after 9. You go to Hollywood, you go to, you know, downtown LA, especially on like a Friday night, shit's open till 2, 3 in the morning, is what it is. So that was the first thing. And the second thing was, I want to get your feedback on it, is side hustles and fake IDs. And there was some talk about some college activities with some supplements and some, did you catch that? And if you did, what are your thoughts? And if you did it as well, what are some of the side hustles you had?
All right, I didn't have any of that shit. I'll be honest, I didn't have any side hustles and shit like that growing up. I had like a little part-time job in fucking high school, and then that lasted for like 3 months, and then fucking didn't have that anymore. But I actually had something. No, actually I didn't. And I had plenty of friends that did, but I kind of feel like, to me, it felt like a lot of fucking, it felt like a big, not hurdle, but it felt like a lot of work to me. So I was like, I don't know. To me, I just felt like it wasn't worth fucking trying to like get in somewhere, and then at the same time, dog, I fucking like looked like I was 12 when I was like fucking 18, 19, you know?
Yeah.
Like so for me, it wasn't even worth trying to do any of that shit. So no fake IDs or side hustles, I got to give a shout out to 2 people though from fucking high school. One guy named Jose Diaz, who fucking, this dude was the side hustle fucking dude. This was the fucking dude who, dog, this was like, I'm talking about like 05, right? When like, I don't know, like PlayStation like 3 came out or some shit, right? Or 06, right. So I don't remember. But I remember this dude fucking, he was the dude that would like sleep outside of like Best Buy and shit, pick up like 2 fucking PS3s at the time or whatever,
right?
And then just walk around. Like when we started college, I remember one year, I remember him walking around campus with fucking 2 like PS3s because he was trying to fucking sell those. So that dude was a fucking hustler like that. That was never me though, if you want me just to be honest. And then the other dude I got to shout out is this fucking somebody in the chat dropped the line, teen drinking is very bad. I got a fake ID though, right? And you know the reference, right?
Yes.
Okay. So fucking for let me see. So let me go ahead and fucking just put this right here for Cavito and Rich, because these dudes. Oh fuck. Okay, ads. Thank you, ads. Hold on. All right. Let's go right here. What the fuck? Maybe this ain't the real fucking version. Well, anyway,
it's on your playlist.
That was the actual Tipsy song, but in the actual song, he's like, teen drinking is very bad, and then he's like, I got a fake ID though. Well, anyway, fucking that was a fucking bust. But anyway, I got to shout out to fucking this dude in high school we used to call fucking Bimbo, right? Some fucking Mexican. So and I could say that because I'm Mexican before you people try to fucking cancel us and shit. Well, Bimbo, my fucking homie,
like the fucking like the snacks and the bread.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And I think that was he would actually wear a fucking soccer shirt that said Bimbo on it too.
Okay.
And well, that was his nickname was Bimbo. I forget what his actual real name was, but I remember, Doug, this motherfucker. We were like,
I like gancitos and pingüinos, especially the cookies. Continue. Sorry.
Or Doug, or have you seen fucking donas?
Yes, those are
DONAS. They're like donas
in the green package.
Yeah,
Come on, bro. I got all them snacks on lock. So yeah, if you guys are listening to the show, and I'm sorry I interrupted real quick, but go get you some gancitos. They're in the Bimbo section or the Morella or whatever it's called. But they got their gancitos. Trust me, if you like Twinkies, you're gonna love gancitos. They got a little layer like strawberry in the middle, and they're chocolate covered. And they make a cookie. And then the pingüinos, they're like the Hostess cupcakes, but the fucking Latino version. And I bought the pingüino cookies this week and took them to work. Oh, the cookies are smashed too. Sorry, bro.
Doug, I'll give you the Mexican shit that is not smashed, especially, well, for me at least. Dog, there's some fucking like hot chocolate type of shit.
Abuelita?
Some little, the little old lady.
La abuelita.
I don't
sell
fuck
the
with
shit
that
out of
shit.
it, dude.
That shit's gross as fuck, dog. I don't know how you could even get down with that.
Oh, I fuck with abuelita all day, bro. The packets though, I fuck with, because you can get the bar, I think, in the Ibarra, and I think they use that shit for mole, bro, or at least the Ibarra they do. But I fuck with abuelita, the packets.
No, I remember, Doug, my fucking dad one time bought it, right? And he bought the bar. And he was over here telling me about how, in Mexico they used to fucking have this shit all the time, and it was fucking dope. I was like, this is like, it tastes like, to me, like fucking like chocolate that forgot the sugar.
Or something. Or it was wild.
To me, it's just not sweet enough. And I don't know. From what I heard, is you're supposed to mix it with like alcohol and shit or something. That could be just a fucking ghetto thing or something.
Did he also drink the instant Nescafe?
I don't think so. I don't think he did that shit. But
okay.
But no, I remember he bought that, and he bought those fucking Mexican ass fucking like clown fucking marshmallow with chocolate on it.
The fucking I know the name too, bro. I know what you're talking about.
But
the payasos.
Is that what they're called?
I think they're called a payaso. Yep.
Let me. Oh fuck! Hold on. Let me see. Payasos. I'm gonna look up for it real quick.
Payasos, what about the fucking the chili mango fucking suckers? Those are bomb too, bro. And they make the little balls where you get the strawberry chili, the cherry chili, the tamarindo, and then the fucking mangoes.
Oh, here they are, Doug. Look, watch. I'm gonna. I won't. I can't share it with you because it's gonna fuck up my shit. But I gotta fucking share right here the payasos for the people that are fucking wondering about these are fucking the like ghettoest little fucking Mexican shit ever. Let me see if I could zoom in on this shit.
Bro, I need a Slightly Vato shirt for this fucking segment.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I seen some dude today at fucking, so there they are, the Paleta Payasos for those of you out there that are watching this shit.
And Covino Rich merch for the Slightly Vato shirts.
So what do you call it? Let me see.
You get you you get you a payaso while you're wearing your Slightly Vato shirt, you'll feel like you're on top of the world, I promise.
Those payasos were okay, but the fucking that abuelita, I couldn't get down with that shit, dog.
What about the Sponcha ones where they're fucking like Neapolitan colored? Remember that? It comes in the pink pack, and they're coconut. They're like a coconut Sponcha. They're almost like a knockoff. What's the one Hostess got? Snowball.
Oh yeah. And Doug, you know what though? A lot of that shit, like when it comes to like Mexican candy, I don't go for the fucking like sweet shit. I go for like the spicy shit, like the tamarindo, the fucking that kind of shit. The paletas with like chili on them. But when it comes to like fucking to like their chocolate and like sweet shit, I just feel like they don't use like enough sugar or something. But I feel like all that shit is bland. Like even those ones that you're talking about, those like Mexican snowballs.
Oh yeah, those are.
I don't think they're very fucking I don't know, they just don't vibe with me. So
well, any of our listeners that are listening, trust me, the Cucuy himself, go get you some gancitos, whether they're the cakes or the cookies, and same with those pinguinos, the same shit. Get the cakes or the cookies. I'm
gonna have to listen back to this episode so I could write down half of the shit you said, because half of this shit I probably like visually have seen and probably have had, but off the top of my head I can't think of all the names.
Life changer treats, trust me.
Treats and treats will fucking change.
Miguelito, shout out Miguelito. He brought some ceviche flavored plantain chips. He's always bringing them to work, and those motherfuckers hit hard too, bro. They're the banana chips, but they're ceviche flavored. Oh, it's on.
Dog, I fucking love, especially shrimp ceviche when it comes to actually ceviche.
Oh yeah,
fuck that shit's bomb. But my fucking homie Bimbo, I gotta shout out Bimbo because I remember us being like sophomore year, we were in class, and that's when that time where that song was popular, right?
Yeah.
And I would hear him in the background going, "I got fake ID though," because he like barely knew English.
Oh shit!
Dog, just the way he would say it, he would be like, "Teen drinking is bad. I got fake ID though." Dog, just the way he said it was like I can't even do my voice that fucking beaner, but the way he would do it was funny as fuck, dog. So I gotta shout out to Bimbo that I haven't seen in fucking a million years. He probably fucking he might have 30 kids or he might be dead, being the way fucking shit happens, you know?
Yeah, well, back to the side hustles, man. I had many. Everyone who knows me knows I had many. Trees, fucking man, I remodeled my kitchen selling fire sticks in like 2015 and 16. So I mean that was just all profit. So I started with like 10 fire sticks I bought off some dude, and then I went on YouTube, figured out how to do it myself, started flipping them, and I remodeled a kitchen off fire sticks, fireworks, fuck whatever, man. You know what, if I can touch it and flip it, I was Gary V before Gary V. He just obviously hit it rich, and he's on a different level now, but I was doing the same shit. Yard sales, baseball cards, shit we talk about all the time on here. I'm selling my old Arlo shit and putting it towards new Arlo shit, my old Xbox One shit, putting it to my PS5, because it's like, fuck it, that's inventory. Someone somewhere will pay money. And now it's even easier. I was hustling back when there was no internet. You know what I'm saying? Now you put a fucking marketplace ad up, or fucking, what's the other one?
Well, here they have like the marketplace. They have OfferUp. They have
OfferUp. That's it.
And all that shit.
Yeah, Craigslist, fucking all that. So I mean, it's even easier. So yeah, on the hustle tip, I always been trying to get my money. I'll do that with gold and platinum and silver. I got an ounce of gold right now I bought to flip, ounce of platinum I bought to flip, and then 20 ounces of silver. You got ounces of
all kinds of shit at your pad, huh?
Yeah,
ounces
bro.
Of gold, ounces
bullion. Mota. And then as far as the fake ID, I got a story. Shout out Colombo. I remember when we were 19, we went to the Sunnyside swap meet, and they were selling these fake ass. Well, they weren't even. It was funny, bro, because they weren't even a knockoff of the real one. This is how scandalous in the neighborhood that we lived in the liquor store that we visited.
Hey, let me interrupt real quick. You said, Doug, you said fucking scandalous. Going back to the lingo that we were talking about a couple of episodes ago about, you know, Fresno and fucking Oakland and shit lingo. Dog, scandalous is fucking shit that you only hear in the fucking hood. Like, I remember using the word scandalous at school and people saying, oh, scandalous? And I'm like, come on. I'm like, yes, I'm going to say, yeah, the scandalous. But when you drop a scandalous into a fucking random ass conversation, it just flows, you know? So my bad. Get back to your shit.
No, well, I mean, now that you're on that topic, you're absolutely right. And shout out fucking High C, because High C had an album called Scandalous, and it wasn't scandalous like you said. It was called High C, and the album was titled fucking Scandalous. And anyways, but we went to the swap meet, and like I said, it had the same format, but it was not. You put one up to the next, and they weren't even the same font. They weren't the same colors. Like, it just said California ID, but it was not a knockoff like a state one. Like, you were fooling nobody, and you weren't sneaking into the bars. But the buddy took it. So we went to the liquor store right there in Ashland and Willow. We called it the buddy because that was, he's like, hey buddy, that's, you know, so he was the buddy. And anyways, he didn't give a shit. That's all he needed was something to say California, picture of you and showing you older than 21, and he took it. And so once he took it once, we didn't ever have to use it again. And we lived across the streets in the apartment. So boom, we had beer right across. We could walk across the street and buy beer, all because that generic ass ID. Now, I never had one that got me into the clubs. I never had no like authentic one or whatnot.
Yeah, but see, when you were first talking about the fake IDs, that's what I was thinking, like you were using them for.
Yeah, no, we had bitches. I mean, we had girls. So we would just get alcohol across the street and walk it back to the pad. You know, we had just moved out. Me and Columbus had our own pad, and we had honeys. What did I need to go to the club for? I got 15 at the pad.
15
You know what
honeys.
I'm saying? Oh, we had girls, and they'd bring all their friends, and we had. Shout out Colombo.
Did you say tell your friends to call my friends? We could be friends.
We could be friends. I mean, shout out Colombo and shit. Shout out Bo. We used to pull, as Tommy would say, mad chicks. You know, we pull mad chicks, and we did. We used to have girls back then. Major.
Doug, we definitely have to get fucking Tommy on the show one of these days, because maybe Doug, we're at show number 94 roughly. Let's get him on fucking show like 100. Let's shoot for that.
Shout out Tommy, if you're down, we want you on. If not, it's all good. But we'd love to have you.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it'd be awesome to get Tommy on here for some perspective from he's younger than both of us. He's about my sister's age, so a younger dude's perspective. We have one of the Cavinos on. You know, this shit will go viral, I think. All right, everybody, let's take a little break from the rest of the action. And today we are going to welcome for the second time, but a lot of you, well, actually all of you except me and El Cucuy, are getting to see this dude for the first time. So we welcome from the in-show thread, from all of social media, you know him as ImKey. Welcome.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah, I am Key. What's up? What's up?
How are you, Cucuy?
I feel like
I'm okay. I'm okay. It's a good Saturday.
Right on.
I feel like we last time we were meeting for the first time. This time I actually have a couple of questions for you right off the bat, as far as where does the name Key come from? Is that a family name? Is that just a made up name?
It's made up from a video game called Kingdom Hearts. The main character wields a keyblade, and when I would go to gaming venues, I would use the name Key Wielder. I got bored and lazy with spelling that everywhere, so I just shortened it to Key. So
I'm just excited to have you here, man, and I have one more question for you. I know that I've been watching your team play, and I want to know how somebody from Southern California. Okay, well that's not where I was going. I was actually going baseball.
Oh, okay.
I want to know how that came about.
Oh man. Well, I was born into Cubs fandom. I was born into it from my father, and grew up in Arizona. They would go to the spring training and at the old field, the Hohokam fields, and they would always come yearly.
Is that Scottsdale?
I think it is, or I think it was closer to Mesa area. So
Mesa, that's right.
And now the new complex is in Mesa. It's the they make toilets. What are they? So it starts
Kohler?
with an S.
Is that the one Cavino's got?
No, his brother's all about the toilets.
So I was born into Cubs fandom and grew up with it, and was had really nothing against it. I see the heart and I see the love for it, and I appreciated it, so I took to that. And then for Buccaneers, I picked that when I was playing Madden growing up, and I just stuck with that too.
Yeah.
Who's your
awesome.
favorite Madden team of all time? What year and what team?
Oof. I would say when Tiki Barber started playing. So whatever year that was, I think the early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. But
I think it was.
Yeah. I was young then too, but I followed baseball
Whoa,
more closely.
what the fuck is it? What's going on there, Cucuy? I'm gonna have to edit the video, dog. We don't need to see Al Cucuy's Cucuy.
That's baby Cucuy.
Oh man, I was like, I know he dictates how you live your life.
Hey, that's my mini me. Eh? That's my mini me.
But yeah,
you usually
that's
get
cool
that on
though,
the third appearance, not the second.
Yeah, it's third eye blind.
I actually just finished the free Twitch Friday. So what stuck out to you this week? Is there stuff throughout your whole listening that stuck out to you? Because I know it's like we're talking again for the first time for the people listening.
Yeah, no worries. And this week, Handsome Gabe came by, which was really cool. You hear a lot about him. I've personally never seen him, or I hear the Tickle Sack songs, and I don't have a face. I just hear Cavino singing, which is really cool to put a face to the product. And that was really cool to see Handsome Gabe, and he is handsome. So that was
shout out Handsome Gabe.
Oh, they talked about Free Britney. Britney Spears was trending.
Oh yeah, they were talking about that. The Photoshop pictures.
I don't think it was Photoshop. I think the tub was a different shape right there for some reason. I don't know, because you don't see any formation on her body, which was, I don't know. But I'm not looking. But she still looks good for her age.
I am.
Yeah, you know what though?
Hey, bro, I'm looking like the emoji with the fucking heart eyes.
No, you know what's crazy? Growing up, I was like in love with her, right? And over the last like decade or so, she's actually looked really like haggard, right? So like recently she just looks like, I mean, obviously she's been through a lot and you can see it in her face. But it was crazy because there's a documentary that was released recently on Facebook. I mean, not on Facebook. They don't release documentaries.
Shout out K-Fed.
On Netflix. Yeah. I don't know, Key, if you know, but Al Cucuy was homies with K-Fed back in the day.
Oh, wow. That's
Shout out Kevin. Hey, I'm just going to call him what we called him. Shout out Snoop. We used to call him Snoop. Shout out Snoop.
But no, I was watching that documentary and I was just like, man, I really forgot. Like I remembered like, oh yeah, like I was in love with her when I was growing up. But just watching the documentary, I was like, damn, I forget how good she looked. She really did look good. I'm glad that she's now free after the movement. So.
Oh, she was free all yesterday on Instagram. Did you see her fucking new pics where she was putting those little emojis in front of her nipples and her cheeks?
Yeah, I was a little pissed though.
She got freed. She was free.
Well, I thought they were gonna be like on the Fappening or something. I thought these are ones that were like leaked or some shit, right? So I was like, all right, let's go find those haggard ass trashy pics, right? And then they were just released on like IG and shit, so they were purposely like sent out like with the little stickers and shit. And I was like, come on now, what the fuck, man? 12-year-old me's pissed off, you know?
Hey, you got to use your 12-year-old you imagination then, bro.
Yeah, well, I guess. But but anyway, yeah, they talked about that. They talked about Rob Zombie and him remaking the Munsters or something.
Oh yeah, the Dragula. Well, they called back to the lyrics of someone going in the streets and playing a lyric game, but they did it with Rich and calling back to Rob Zombie making the Dragula song, and that was really. I
was actually surprised. I was surprised that Rich got that.
Yeah, I recognized it, but Rich got it before me, which was funny. So, and I know the Rob Zombie music, and I was like, oh, it was right there in my head.
Yeah,
but that was cool, and yeah, they're just he has a hand in remaking what is the Munsters, I think.
Yeah, the Munsters.
The Munsters.
And Addams Family was coming out in theaters, and that's an animation or not a remake, but an animation movie coming out, and that looks really good. So it's good to see those series continuing in the modern era, because those were such staples in pop culture with that genre. So it's cool.
Oh, I got to give a shout out real quick to fucking to Covino because he added us. Cucuy, did you see to his Snapchat story?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he added us to his to his Instagram story and his Facebook story. He went ahead and he took pictures of the merch and he shouted us out, and he even tagged Gavzilla.
Oh yeah, your guys' merch went into the studio too. That was cool.
Yeah, and we talked about it.
Covino's the man, bro. Covino's the man. No, I haven't because I'm vacation. You know, I'm on vacay mode with my lady, so I haven't really checked too much social media. But shout out Steve Covino. He's always showing more love than he definitely needs to. That's for sure. And he has our back, and we owe a lot of what we do to him, not only for the content that he provides, but for the support that he gives the show. So shout out Steve Covino. Shout out Big Steve. Shout out Tommy Tudmaster. Thank you guys for everything.
You know, Key, I have a question. Me and El Cucuy actually discussed this, but I want to know your opinion on it because you are a West Coast dude, and you got some love for some teams that aren't necessarily West Coast. But when it comes to sports, what do you think about grown men wearing jerseys? As far as like not generic like Yankees jerseys, I'm talking about like a Derek Jeter or athlete specific jerseys.
Yeah, so it's always situational. If it looks sad, it probably is. And if you're having a good time and you're engaging with everyone around you and it doesn't look sad, then it depends on the person. So
you know what, no, go ahead.
What's that? I got a confession. So maybe at some point I'll share it with the show. But when I was like, I don't know, I was 24, 25. So hopefully I wasn't too old. But at the time I shaved my head and I painted my face. And I had the Raiders shield on the front, and it said "Fuck the Titans" on the back. And I rocked that thing to the game and back in the middle of East Oakland. It was great.
I don't think I've ever worn the jersey of. I respect a lot of players. I'm a big NBA person. You know, that's probably my biggest sport that I dig. But there's a gang. So there's a gang of athletes that I dig from other teams. But I've never sported one of their jerseys.
You make a great point because I'm sitting here wearing Raiders gear, and I'm in Santa Cruz. So earlier I had my Raiders little windbreaker on with my matching hat. And you know how many damn conversations I had about the Raiders? So imagine if you were wearing a team you didn't give a shit about. So now you're talking about Portland and Rasheed Wallace because you're wearing a Portland Rasheed Wallace jersey. I don't want to have those conversations. I'm all danked out, smoked some good chronic, got a good buzz. I don't want.
Or if you had a big nappy ass afro and then people think you're a Ben Wallace fan, you know? I mean, that could happen too. You guys remember that nappy ass fro that Ben Wallace had?
Oh,
he had one of the ugliest afros I've ever seen in my fucking life. He looked like half the fucking dudes, the brothers that I grew up with going to like elementary school where their parents never combed their hair and they got a haircut like once a year. Like they got a haircut right before school started. Detroit Ben Wallace, and where else was he? Where he was sporting that fro that was nasty as fuck.
I can't remember.
My favorite Wallace was Rasheed.
Yeah, I liked Rasheed too. I could never get past that fucking bald spot. You remember that fucking bald spot? Yeah. This dude would have fucking corn rolls, and it would be like corn roll. It would stop, and then it would start again after the bald spot. And you'd be like, "Duh, come on now. You don't got some black spray paint. You could just fucking fill that shit in or something." It was always distracting to me.
What about Rich and the fast food, bro? What do you think about the fast food? I know he was like, they're professionals. They won't mess with your food. Did you catch that?
Oh yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? You think are you worried about the average fast food worker? Are you rude? Do you have attitude? What do you think? What's your input?
Why did he bring that up again? What was the main point that started at? Do we remember?
I don't remember.
I don't. I remember that it was something about.
I just remember him saying
food.
People won't mess with your food. I don't remember
why.
Was
it Covino's milkshake where he got the free milkshake?
Oh yeah.
I think that's what it was. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Hey, I might be faded, but I got a little bit of memory left.
Yeah, it was because the car in front of him didn't take the milkshake, and his daughter didn't want it because she was concerned about the germs, and he took it. So and that led to that conversation. So if employees, I mean, it's hit or miss, really. I mean, with Chick-fil-A, they go above and beyond for customer service. If you want something, they'll give you 10 times of what you need. If you ask for a sauce, they're going to give you four to six or any whatever they have. And so even them passing on the milkshake, I'm sure was in good gesture. It wasn't because they are like, let's ruin someone's day or sabotage someone's meal. But other places that you really can't see, or you can't monitor your relation if you're putting in an order and they're just going back there and they're like, let's mess with this person, then that's where gets questionable. But right now,
In-N-Out has those windows. You can see In-N-Out the whole way up. I get windows the whole drive-through way.
Yeah, they don't mess around there. But I think now I think everything's really clean. I don't think that much sabotage is going on. And if you're going to a restaurant and then if you're being, I don't know, rude to the people bringing your food, then I think that's where you can still run into that. But I don't think it's as prevalent as it was back then. Now we're in a different time where everything has to be on the up and up, has to be clean. No one wants to get sick. No one wants to go somewhere and then have a review the next day saying, I went here and got sick, don't go there. And now I think that's less common, which is really good because food is probably the safest time to eat takeout food. And that's my opinion on all that.
You know, it's funny. We've had a Chick-fil-A probably for about 6 years, and it wasn't until maybe like a couple of months ago that I started eating it. I had it one time, like 6 years ago when it first got here, and my friend, shout out Deja, my friend Deja from Texas, she was like, oh, you have to have Chick-fil-A. We have these shits all over Texas. You have to have Chick-fil-A. So I appreciate her effort, but she brought me a fucking sandwich like back from lunch, and it was like all cold and shit, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is the shit you keep fucking bragging about? So I didn't eat that shit for like another like 5 to 6 years, and just recently I just picked it up, ate it a couple of times, and the first time I fucking went, I was like, these motherfuckers. I'm like, they think I'm trying to steal like a fucking $4 sandwich or what? Cause all right, let me paint this shit for you guys. So I fucking pull up, right, and there's a line. So they got the little people with their little fucking little iPad or whatever the fuck they're taking your order on, right? And the guy's like, are you gonna be paying with the card or cash? And I was like, with the card. What am I fucking like 300 years old? And
hey, with the IOU, bro. IOU.
So he was like, oh, you can pay with me right now. And he like hands me his little device or whatever. Stick my card in. And so he tells me, he's like, all right, so when you're going, he's like, go past the first window since you already paid. So I was like, all right. So fucking I pull around. I go past the first window. The fucking bitch at the window looks at me like, where the fuck you think you're going? And I was like, bitch, I already paid. We didn't exchange words, but this is what's going on in our heads, right? And then so I pull up to the next window, and I'm like, I look at the people, and they were like, for Daniel? I was like, yeah. And they were like, did you already pay? And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you know what? You guys need to get your shit in order because now you're fucking accusing me. So then I was like, yeah. And then so she gets on her little headset and she's like, no. Okay. And you paid back. And I was like, I paid when I was in line. The fucking dude told me to go past the first fucking window. So what the fuck's the problem? And then I started getting a little frustrated. I'd becoming a little,
this guy's angry. He's getting angry out there.
Free milkshake, bro.
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? And then she's like, so we go back and forth like 3 times. And I was like, listen, I will pay for this shit. I got $4 more if that's what you guys are fucking worried about. And so I had a little bit of beef with Chick-fil-A. So me and Chick-fil-A were fucking beefing for a while. You know what? I have another story from around that same time when Deja brought me the cold fucking Chick-fil-A. I worked with this lady, right? And she tried to okay, so I'm a huge fan of stand-up comedy. I've been listening to stand-up comedy since 1999, and I know that for a fact because that's when I discovered George Lopez and Gabriel Iglesias, Carlos Oscar, all these people on fucking Que Locos. There was a show called Que Locos. It was like stand-up comedy. Well, so I've been ever since then I fucking went through Dave Chappelle and fucking Dane Cook, and I've been through many stand-up phases. Well, this Doug that I'm working with tries to fucking use a fucking stand-up comedy joke that was pretty popular as something that happened to her. And I was like, do I fucking call her out on it? Do I call her out on it, Daniel? Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. So I just hit her with the, oh, for real? Because she tried to tell me that she got pulled over. This was a Gabriel Iglesias joke where he fucking says he pulled out of like a Dunkin' Donuts or some shit, whatever. I forget where he says he pulled out of. And he says he gets pulled over. And when the cop comes up to the car, he said, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" He said, "Oh, because you could smell the donuts." Well, fucking this lady tried to pull that joke off as her own. And I was like, that did not fucking happen to you. And it reminded me of I had it written down from episode 91 that we never got to. But this happened to Covino and Rich when they were at a restaurant or something. They said there was somebody, something about Jonely Ponely or some shit. J only, P only.
I want to say Jonesy Bonesy. I'm not sure.
Some shit like that.
I know the story you're talking about.
Yeah, so that was
the waiter did it, and he tried passing it off, but Covino did a bit.
Yeah, and you know, it comes back to that thing where they talk about, you know, we can all say what we would do, like Covino's roommate that peed on him, you know, and you're like, I'd get up and I'd fuck him up, right? And then, but when you're really in that situation, you're like, what the fuck? Is this dude fucking peeing on me? Like, what the... Like, you can't even react because you're in shock, you know?
Was it R. Kelly?
Yeah, no shit. Who was Covino's roommate in school? But yeah, no, you really... Like, because when that happened, I was literally going back and forth, like, do I fucking call her out on it? And we were kind of... You know what? I'm a fucking gentleman. You know why? Because we were kind of feuding at the time, but I still didn't call her out on it because I was like, you know what? She's already... So...
You got more class than that, bro.
That's a little class. I'll probably cut that out, but fucking I don't know if we can go that hard on the fucking show, but
when's the last time you bought a Starbucks?
Yesterday.
Maybe like a month ago. I have a Starbucks downstairs from my office. So yeah. I used to go pretty often, but I really don't go anymore.
I get Starbucks like, I don't know, 3 times a week, but I get coffee every day.
Yeah. I see. I've never been a coffee person, but to me, it was just a fucking habit of like my sister. Her office is like literally across the hall from my office. So she would be like, brother, let's go get coffee. I'm like, oh, fuck it. So I just go and then.
Your sister Hulk Hogan? Brother, let's go get coffee. It's coffee time, brother. You and me. 7 a.m. Coffee.
My sister, she walks in the office. She goes, let me tell you something, brother.
Coffee now, Daniel.
Let me tell you, you're going to drink this coffee, and you're going to drink everything.
Whoa. She's like, now I need a new shirt, Doug. I need a new shirt now.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh, there goes my shirt, Doug. I've had this shit for a minute, too. See what happens? See how I take this podcast, Doug? I fucking take it a little too seriously sometimes.
Stay off the coffee.
I gotta stop fucking lifting, Doug.
Your sister's like, we can.
I really fucked up my shirt right now, Doug. All right.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Fuck, man. Well, yeah. My sister, just for the record, is not Hulk Hogan. And yeah, I don't know, Doug, but. Can we just get off my sister already? All right. So, just fucking around. I'm just fucking around, Cucuy. Do you guys have anything that you guys want to add before we leave and I actually save this time?
I'm totally good. It was fun again, as always. I enjoyed being here. Thank you for the invite. I'm always available. Last night I was at dinner and I saw your message when I got home. I was like, fuck. I was like,
no, it actually worked out perfectly, Doug. I had a fucking like a migraine. It wasn't quite a migraine because I do get migraines from time to time, but I had a fucking badass headache and I was trying to fix my brother's stepdaughter's computer. So I was like trying to fix it over here. I was falling asleep. Yeah, brother. I was falling asleep and then I looked to see if you had texted me and I was like, fuck. So I was actually glad that you weren't able to do it because today is actually a much better day and I think it worked out better for Cuy's schedule too. So
yeah, I just like Willie Nelson. I was on the road again, and so I was barely getting to Santa Cruz about 9:30, 10 o'clock last night, and then so today was a little easier. I was getting buzzed on the boardwalk in the wharf all day, and so fuck, I just pulled away for a minute to do this little segment. So I'm good. It worked out great.
Well, thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Well, it's Key. I'm Key. I'm _Key across all social media. So you guys go find him. You find him streaming on Twitch. I've caught a couple of the streaming Twitches. Some of them I watched that were from previous streams that you did. So I see some of the old school gaming that you do too. I think that's pretty cool. So find him on Twitch. That's where he's very famous. I saw like hundreds of followers, if I'm not mistaken, maybe thousands. So if you guys are over there, go show him some love.
Ones on the moon, bro. There's the moon. They got more there over there too.
So you guys go check out fucking ImKey, and me and El Cucuy will see you at the other end of this episode. So let's get back to that shit. El Cucuy, you ready?
Let's rock.
All right, all right, fucking ImKey. It's fucking cool, man. It was cool seeing you.
Later,
we'll see you guys later. You know what? I wanted to clarify something from last week's episode.
Okay.
We were talking about sports betting, and I had said, oh, well, when you have a team, I was like, you know, when you put a bunch of bets, you know, you have better odds. When you have one bet, it's like a 50% chance. And then you had mentioned, you're like, fuck that. You're like, if I'm gonna put the fucking if I'm gonna put money on the Jets, that's not a 50% fucking. And then I interrupted. We went on a tangent and we never got back to it. But yeah, no, something like that for sure. I agree with you 100%. I'm saying for the ones that are like, if the fucking the money line is like minus 150 both ways or some shit, right? Something that's going to be super close, then I feel like your shit's a little more 50-50. You know, and then you can go deeper. You can go deeper into stats. You can go deeper into, okay, what injuries do you have? What do you have? You know, as far as like
deeper into some cheese.
If you let me see, like last night on Thursday night football, it was what DJ Chark that is it Chark or Shark? It's pronounced one of the ways. So either way, but he fucked up his leg, and so say you know, that could fuck up the money line, you know. And I know there's shit like that where, but I was for my example was something more even, like where you're kind of like, so what I was saying, post like a shit ton of bets. It was more for that. Nothing like if the Jets are playing, I'm gonna put like $5 on the fucking other team. I don't give a fuck who they're playing, you know? Because you know you're gonna make like, you put $5 on the other team, you're gonna make like fucking $13 off of it because there's such a fucking big negative, you know, on the other team or minus on the other team. So I just wanted a little bit of clarification because I didn't want people to be listening and think like, this dude's a fucking moron. It's not always 50-50. Yeah, you're right. It's not always, but you know, I just wanted to give a quick little update on that because we never got back to it because our ADD radio is all over the fucking place, you know?
Well, since we're on updates, I want to give one too. I noticed that on Spot, you know, that he was talking about, he was showing posts with him and his nephew and his nieces on a trampoline. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
So I won't get too deep into last week's conversation either, but to me, that should have been the reason for no show last week. Like I would have took that all day long and not harped about it or complained or whatnot. Like to me, if that was like, hey,
I cut most of that out of the episode because I was actually gonna put in the part where we had a conversation with Key about ImKey, and so we never actually. So for those of you that didn't get to catch it, which is everybody except me and El Cucuy, you know, we were kind of a little more harsh on Spot for taking the time off just to go see fucking Coldplay. But I agree with you. Seeing him with his nieces on the trampoline, his niece and nephew and all that, then that shit, dog, that's perfectly fucking reasonable, you know. That's awesome. So
that's encouraged. That's not just reasonable. I would encourage that. Like, hey, bro, you know what? Take care of you, bro. Go have family time. Make those kids this day. Make moments. Make loving moments that you guys will always remember. That's dope.
And you know what? Fucking speaking of Spot, dog. Fucking Spot. He fucking he's been living his best. Dog, the one dude from Covino and Rich that almost died has been living his fucking life because this dude went to another concert, a 21 Pilots concert.
No,
yeah, so he Coldplay and then 21 Pilots.
I thought they said he went to two. They're going to one tonight, though. I heard something on the Twitch this morning where they're going to another one. He's like,
really?
Him and Handsome Gabe.
I was fucking I got some shit going on outside of the show because we do have lives outside of the show. I know people think we don't, but I got some stuff going on right now and some things I'm trying to get settled and stuff. So I honestly got to listen to maybe like 10 minutes of the fucking Twitch. So I'll go back and listen after we record, but I'm not prepped for right now. So
yeah, no, that's what man, you know, sometimes we misquote, so I don't want to misquote, but from what I think I heard and what I think I understood was that they're going again tonight. That there's I guess they play 4 places or 3 places whenever they do it. Or
are they going to see 21 Pilots again, or who are they going to see?
You know what? I'm going to quit speaking on it because I'm a little chief right now and I don't want to misspeak. But if I'm correct, they're going to another concert tonight.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. I mean, that's cool. I'm just glad that they're fucking getting out and having a good time in California. Being that like especially LA County. LA County is, I think, different than California in general. Yeah. And just being in LA County, like, we got to see them go to that jazz band and go out and fucking have a good time. You know,
they should just go to the jazz cafe while they're at it too.
I had so many fucking comments for that. I was like, when they were talking about the jazz band and fucking. I was just, or the jazz cafe that they went to. You know what? I don't think any one of them actually made a comment about the jazz cafe, like jokingly.
No. Yeah, so, I do. I remember the jazz cafe. That's why I'm talking shit. I like.
Oh, you know what? I got another fucking shout out. I'm gonna tell one of the Carls. Let me see, or not even. He's not even. He don't even. Doug. He don't even get the respect to be called. You a fucking know what, Carl.
Bro? While you do that, I'm gonna get my tree because this. I got to make sure I stay in a good mood since Carls are talking shit these days. But we encourage it, though. Again, we encourage you, Carls. Bring this because we're talking about it, even if we don't agree. So bring us your comments, whether we agree or we don't agree. We're going to bring it up. We might talk a little shit. We might praise you. Who knows?
I just went back to your fucking screen, Doug, and I just saw all kinds of smoke.
Shout out Cloud9 or what's Tito and E? Shout out Tito and E. That's why I'll podcast. What are the Delta?
No, it's 9 Cloud. 9 Cloud because they fucking they fucked up. They had said they had the dudes on from the show. Yeah. And they said Cloud9 and it was actually 9 Cloud.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna say it again. Those are some of my favorite guests. We gotta have them on again.
Those dudes are so cool, man. So check this shit out. Let me go to the video. So Covino and Rich put up a video on their TikTok of Jordan reacting to the farts, right?
Oh, that was awesome. That's what started my conversation earlier.
Well, look at this is so fucking anti-shout out to Toomeyn TOOMEYN 1980. So this guy's a fucking dickhead. Look what he says, Doug. Did you just call him a dickhead? He's a fucking dickhead, dog. Fuck this guy. He could blow me. All right. It says all right. So this is to Covino and Rich on their fucking on their on their TikTok.
Okay.
All right. And I quote: "Just now followed you guys on here. Haven't listened since the serious exit. Creeping on 50 guys. Don't know what the fuck that means. I guess 50-year-old guys or something. I've matured. Why haven't you?"
What?
So this dude is like saying, I used to listen to you on Sirius and I've matured since then. So since March until fucking October, not even, because fucking we're not even to.
What, did he grow hair in his ears or what?
Yeah, he's a fucking dickhead. He's talking about I've matured. Oh, yeah, you've matured, but you're over here fucking in his fucking quote, his fucking words, creeping on. So this dude's fucking creeping on dudes and he's mature. Who the fuck are you to be over here talking about I've matured? Like, get the fuck out of here with your weak shit, Doug. Like, he's over here talking about and Doug, and so I went to his shit. He's following 38 people. The first people he's following is fucking Covino and Rich. So I'm like, you're gonna go over here, you're gonna bag on them, you're gonna talk your shit, you're gonna be a fucking bitch, and you're gonna fucking follow them. Then you know what? Fucking get the fuck out of here. They don't, I don't know if they necessarily want to say it, but I could say it. You're a fucking bitch, and we don't want you following them as fucking homies, as fucking get friends of the show. I'm getting fucking riled up, and I'm over here stuttering and shit. As friends of the show, we don't want fucking dickheads like you to fucking. We don't want fucking dickheads like you to be following them. You know, you're gonna talk your shit and be like, "Oh, I've matured." Yeah, you're fucking. And I'm like, I was about to jump in and talk shit from my account and be like, "Listen here, you fucking bitch." But I was like, I usually have shit typed out and then I say it's not worth it and I just don't send it, you know. But right here, I have a fucking platform where I could vocally say how I was fucking feeling. So fuck that dude, whoever the fuck he is. Everybody go to his fucking page and trash him. He's a fucking dick.
Yeah, you know what? And the thing is, I don't know, man. As long as your bank account's mature, being a little bit immature, especially engaging with a radio show. I mean, I don't know, man. If that's how you're judging, if you don't, you're uptight. You didn't enjoy life, you know. And I'm probably slightly immature, and that's why I'm saying the shit. Because what did I bring up? I like the damn fart segment. I don't know. It is what it is. But you know what, bro? I'll tell them this. I never got any money when I got East for effort on my report card, but I got hella paid every time I got an A on that motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah.
So show me the results. If your immaturity is not affecting you in a negative, you can still maintain relationships with your friends, with your significant other. It's not causing you issues at work. Dude, you're just being a dude.
Yeah. No, and I was gonna show his picture right now, but see
shit.
What happened?
You're gonna show his picture?
Yeah, I was, but you know what? The only reason I didn't is because I have a little more fucking class than that. He's got his kids in the picture as well, so I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. But if it was just him, I would have showed everybody and said, go blast this motherfucker, you know. But fuck it. I mean, I'm not gonna.
We got a little more class. He's gonna hold back.
We got a little more class. You may not think so, but
watch your ass, fool, because we might come for you. Yeah. No, and then the last point I got, I'm is about Covino making a great point about spending a shitload of money on the wedding. Did you catch that?
Oh yeah. What was your take on it?
I think he's right. I think that marriage between man and woman is that's supposed to, when Adam and Eve got married, bro, they didn't pay for a ceremony. I'm just saying, if you're Christian or you believe or whatever religion you go, it was never really too much about the spending of money. It was about the joining of two people. And I think as a society that has also invented an Easter bunny and a Santa Claus for other holidays, like, and a Black Friday and fucking Thanksgiving, now we spend all kind of money on food. Like, everything's about the hustle. So what they did to the average wedding is no different. Like, of course, economies and businesses and small businesses need you to buy floral arrangements and rent tuxedos and all this stuff. But in reality, I mean, as a financial dude, I try to make smart investments. Think about it. You're already going to start, if you don't have that money saved, you're already going to start 20 or 30 grand in debt. And if you really want to go traditional, isn't the woman's, or the bride's parents supposed to pay for it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we want to go by rules and shit, then if he's paying for it, fuck it. I got no complaints. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you wanted a young couple or a couple, if they don't have the money to sit there and go in debt 30, 40, 50 grand for a wedding, you're better off to buy a house. I mean, why don't you start? Most people and most couples deteriorate with finances involved, whether it was cheating or whatnot or whatever it is. Usually finances are involved. That when relationships don't work, a lot of times that's part of the reason why. So why wouldn't you want to start this beautiful union between man and woman on a good foot, financially stable, instead of starting with a debt because you want to have some fancy pantsy wedding? I don't know, bro. I've known many of people got married in the backyard. Give me a keg and some fucking homies and an Asada truck, and we're fucking doing it. I don't know. What do you think?
I think, no, you know what? I agree with you. And I've never been somebody who wanted a huge wedding like that. I've always felt like it was a fucking huge waste of money. A huge waste of money. That's always been my shit. Where I've thought the same way. Where I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, all this shit could go towards something, and it's because I'm just thinking, like, fuck. I'm just thinking of, and they were talking about, you could make that about anything, right? You could say, oh, I bought this fucking cheeseburger, and that money could have gone towards my fucking phone bill or whatever the fuck. You can do that about anything, but something like that big, I think me and my girl kind of compromised, because we will be getting married next November, not this November coming. And we kind of compromised on where she actually, because at first she wanted like this dope ass wedding and she wanted this and that.
But think about this, bro. Think about this. If money's an issue, like you said, let me take your cheeseburger comment, right? That's the difference between going to the fanciest cheeseburger place in town to get a cheeseburger or going to get you a 2 for $3 double cheeseburger at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right? Like that, and you're still getting a cheeseburger. It just might not be the best one in town.
No, and exactly. So that's what I'm saying. As far as like, I was like, you know what? Because I'm thinking.
And meet a Red Robin. How's that?
And you know what? And me being like the breadwinner, the main breadwinner as far as like in my house, I'm like thinking, all right, I'm thinking finances, right? I'm thinking finances. So she wants like this dope ass wedding. I could have just been cool with like going to the fucking courthouse and signing some papers and being like, we did it. All right, cool. But
Well, and then have a party.
I think we kind of compromised on what we're gonna do. Is we're just gonna put like more money into the ceremony. I mean, into the reception.
Yeah.
But not gonna go crazy. It's just gonna be something with friends and family, and so nothing like what we had originally planned for. And I think part of it was just like, I think she kind of gave it some thought, and then I was like, I wanted to be realistic too, because I'm like, she does have family like all over the country, so they're going to be coming from. So I was like, you know what, we got to make it like a little decent,
Yes, no, for sure.
So I had a compromise, I had a compromise as well, where I'm like, okay, we got to have something. I was like, they're coming from Florida, Jersey, Virginia, fucking northern Arizona, fucking everywhere you could think of, they're coming from.
You got to have more than Lunchables for that, bro.
I mean, a majority of my family is here in Arizona or in fucking California, so that's not like whatever. So yeah, I think for us it was I feel like this is cool because we have a real life scenario with us,
Yeah.
where we kind of compromised, and for me, I just feel like in my mind that's always been like a big waste of fucking money, That's always been a big waste of money. But like, like somebody made a point of, hey, if you have all the money in the world and shit, then fucking do what you want. So yeah, if you do have all the money in the world, fucking, then do whatever the fuck you want. I don't have all the money in the world, so that's why I'm like, you know what, this was kind of we had to be very strategic about it and compromise and shit, so yeah.
Yeah, no,
my 2 cents.
I'm with you on that, and I think you can. And I don't want to sound like a cheapskate by any means, but I think that you can still accomplish your goal, and put on a decent reception. Because to me, it's about hanging out with the people, anyways, right? Like, on the cheap side skate of it, if you did it in the backyard, there's no like we're waiting for them, and here they're in this room and that room. Like everyone's at the house kicking it. You know what I'm saying? You guys are hanging out. You're having a reception. You guys are enjoying good food. You're really spending. Bride and groom, you're spending time with them because everyone's in the same area. It's not like leaving early or traffic or parked way over there. Like, I don't know, man. The backyard ones, the reception anyways, if they're done right and they're catered, you got a couple of different kegs, maybe you rented a little mini bar. But if you're not paying for the hall and you're not paying to rent the facilities, you can have the mini bar and the taco trucks and the kegs. You know what I'm saying? So I like those two. But you probably shouldn't do that. Like you said, if you got people,
that's something I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have a fucking taco truck at my fucking wedding, dog.
That'd be dope, bro.
I'm like, even if we have
get all fucked up.
I think we have a venue already in place now. I want to have either the taco truck fucking right outside or fucking have the dudes inside fucking making them or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be something that I don't think I'm going to compromise on.
You know how the fellas on the Covino and Rich show, they get all gabagoo. They get all fucking. They get all gabagoo. I'm all about al pastor, bro. You get that al pastor where they're slicing it with the tongs and it's got the pineapple. And you can see the juices dripping. That's my jam. On a homemade taco where right here down the street from my house, they make the masa right there. Bam. So you're getting the pastor and the homemade. Oh, dude, that's my jam right there. If I'm going to a reception, I'm in heaven if that's the case.
HBO Max. Oh, okay. This is a good one.
Okay.
This is a good one. Look at the fucking gem I found right here, dog. Look at on a little post-it note right here.
Right.
So we have HBO Max over Netflix. What are you thinking?
I'm going HBO Max.
Really?
I'm not a big Netflix guy, to be honest with you. All the stuff I feel like I can find on Netflix is on Kodi. So I don't even feel like I need to subscribe to Netflix, which I don't. And I think HBO Max, because they show new releases, plus their catalog, I'm going HBO Max.
You know what? I'm not going HBO Max over Netflix, but I am going a bunch of other shit over Netflix. Like, Doug, I might even, no shit, I might even go YouTube over fucking Netflix because I have so many fucking, subscriptions and shit. Like, I watch so much shit on YouTube. I've been watching a lot of Amazon Prime. Fucking, let me see what else.
Yeah, they got some good shit too.
Peacock has some good shit. So, you know what? Netflix for me right now is probably.
What about Stars, bro? Are you watching BMF?
No, I'm not on Stars.
Oh yeah, BMF is out right now. That shit was dope.
Hold on though, wait. BMF though, how many seasons deep is that shit?
I'm on episode 1, bro. I'm on episode 1. It just came out.
Okay, because I was gonna say if it's more, dog, like fucking like Power. I dug the fuck out of that shit, but I just feel like I'm never gonna get through it, dog.
Well, Raising Kanan is Kanan's life, and it's like a power chapter, and that one's, I think it's season 1. 2, yeah. Raising Kanan's dope, and so is BMF, and those are both on Stars. So right now I'm rocking with Stars a little bit. I like Stars.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I'm saying is that I wouldn't say HBO Max over Netflix, but what I do say is I have a bunch of other options that I will exhaust before I go to Netflix.
Yeah, no.
So I might look on YouTube and be like, all right, well, okay, there's not like a this or that new, or there's not a new whatever. All right, let me go to fucking Peacock and see what they have going on. Let me go to Amazon Prime and see if they have a documentary. Yeah. Let me see whatever. And then Hulu, whatever. And then, okay, you know what? I didn't see shit on any of that. Let me go see what's going on at fucking Netflix.
You know what, bro? I got an analogy, though, okay? I got an analogy. So, to me, Netflix is like Facebook. Yeah, it's probably the biggest. And, yeah, it was there first. And, yeah, all these other people were trying to bite their style. But I'm not into their content for the most part. Like some of their stuff is cool, but, again, the stuff that they like or that they have that I like, I can get on Kodi. It's on the Fire Stick anyways. So, I don't know. I don't know. I like the up and comers. I like the Instagrams and the IGs and the TikToks. I like the Hulus, and I like the Stars, and I like, and sometimes I'll switch. Sometimes Hulu's not digging it for me, and they're all month to month. So I'm not really loyal to any of them, because as soon as BMF is done and the Raising Kanan is done, I'm canceling that shit too.
Yeah, you know what? I have to give a shout out to one of the Carls that I don't even know who it is, but I think it was earlier this week that somebody recommended to Covino to check out a documentary on Amazon Prime called Hired Gun. Okay. It's a good documentary. So it's about basically like people that were studio musicians, and like Doug, like there's one dude who not only played a bunch of shit on one of Ted Nugent's albums, but actually sang the fucking songs.
Really?
So there's some tracks where people are listening to this album and they think it's fucking Ted Nugent, and it's not. It's actually this other dude.
Damn it.
So there's some tracks on this album that are fucking it's like, oh, tracks 1 through 3 are Ted Nugent.
Trey tracks?
Trey tracks. We got to shout out Trey tracks, streaming everywhere.
Yep.
Track 4, maybe this other dude playing guitar and fucking singing, and so it gave you a lot of insight into the industry and shit. And whenever it comes to like behind the scenes shit or like music shit like that, I am all fucking for, dog. Like they had what else was another one that was dope?
Okay, how about I smoked 25 blunts with Yuck Mouth and he passed out on my couch?
Doug, I would have passed out at like 2.
It was over like a 3-hour period, but we cheaped.
I don't give a fuck, Doug. If it was a 3-hour period, 25 is a lot.
Hey, and then he woke up and wanted to go to the strip club.
Of course, Doug. Like any good Samaritan, right?
Yeah.
Going to a gentleman's club, right?
Only for gentlemen.
But yeah, dog, this documentary is fucking dope. One that I have recommended for people that are that are fans of country music. There's another one on fucking Dog. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't say a word, bro. What are you talking about?
All right, there's a documentary called "It All Begins with the Song," and it's about songwriters in Nashville. So it's fucking dope. Woo! And so anybody that's fucking Doug, they have people that have written for Brad Paisley, fucking Carrie Underwood, Tim McGraw, fucking anybody you could think of.
My favorite McGraw was a Quick Draw.
Prime's got some good shit right now.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Peacock's got Yellowstone for those people that are into that shit. And yeah, man. So that was I got your address right here when I was gonna send you something.
Yeah, in a Pure Romance box with a hole in it.
Okay, got some. Let me see. Got some money order shit, fucking receipts. Emmy, Nick Sparlin. Oh, no, we might have talked about this already.
What's that?
Did we talk about this on an episode where there was a dude that was trying to call me out for he said a weird flex?
I don't think so.
There was if I told the story already and you guys heard it, well, fucking forgive us. But a few weeks ago there was on Facebook I had put something where I was getting DoorDash delivered to my pad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it said Emmy will be there shortly or whatever, right? So I screenshot it and I fucking put it on the Carl page, and I was like, fuck, more of you people need to upgrade to tier 2. Because I was like, they have the kids working now because it said Emmy, right? So that was a stupid fucking joke, right? I was like, Emmy's working, fucking Ben, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you guys need to upgrade. Well, on the little screenshot, it said Emmy is going to be approaching or some shit with your Denny's, right? Well, this dude, fucking Nick Sparlin, had commented, and he was like, weird flex. And I go, flex? And I put a question mark.
Yeah.
And he put, yeah, like trying to show off or something. And I put, where's the flex? Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you think Denny's is the flex? If you think Denny's is the flex, then your ass needs to fucking work harder, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, flex? I was like, where's the flex?
That's for sure.
Doug. So he screenshots the fucking definition of flex. And I'm like, Doug, you think I don't know what the fuck flex means? I'm like, who the fuck do you think I am? You know, you think I'm over here like, I'm sorry, buddy, I don't know what flex means. Like, no, motherfucker, I know what flex means. I'm telling you, where's the fucking flex? And he said, saying that you're getting Denny's. And I was like, motherfucker, I'm like, this dude thinks that I'm flexing, that I'm getting Denny's.
I got a grand
like,
slam
is that like a fucking date night for you or something? If it is, then I'm sorry. And I don't want to talk shit because obviously you've been through enough already.
Yeah.
If you're saying Denny's is a flex, then bless your heart, as they say in Texas. Because fuck that shit,
well,
dog.
that
what
sure
are you
was a
talking
hell
about?
of an upgrade from a chicken McGriddle sandwich chicken fucking majigger.
Yeah, you know, and then I fucking looked at this dude, and he looked like a fucking he looks like some of the fucking people that I've known in the past that were into harder drugs. I'll just say that. So he looked like one of them people. That's all I'm gonna. He looks like somebody that hangs out in front of 7-Eleven at 2 a.m.
We throw birthday parties.
He looks like somebody that fucking
dinner. Was it your birthday, Daniel?
He looks like somebody that will approach you when you're trying to walk into Circle K to fucking pump some gas or some shit.
Gotta smoke.
You know, yeah. I would say he looks like one of them. So that dude, I was like, flex for Denny's, dog? Get the fuck back.
Well,
and
was
then
the flex at least as good as the logo on Spot's Flex Gym shirt?
I love that shit, dog. I want to get one of those.
Fuck, he better be.
That
was AZ flexing like that, bro? Are you doing that? Did you get all happy looking at the merch and flex on this poor guy or what?
You know what? You know what? Why isn't he calling out all these people that are buying merch? You know, oh, $23 for a shirt, nice flex. You know, like what the fuck?
Fucking boo boo. That's what he is.
Yeah, he is a fucking.
I'm telling you, bro.
He's fucking out. He's fucking outcho or. He's ouches.
Yeah, he's
out his mind. You know what I'm saying? So
he's fucking get the fuck out of here. You know what we need to do, bro? For people like him, I'm gonna say it again. We need to come out with our own merch of sucker repellent. We'll just sell the cans, 10-ounce spray, and it'll just back them up, bro. It'll get them the fuck away from you. Just give a little pss, 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 and then we can't get in your bubble. Yeah. You can't get in your bubble.
Yeah. So for anybody that's flexing with your fucking omelet from Denny's. Okay, well, fucking. I guess that's another fucking.
Did you
story.
upgrade to the all meat? Usually, I just get cheese.
It was like a spicy poblano omelet or some shit. Those shits are good as fuck. So
did you spend extra for the hatch chili?
I couldn't, dog. That was too much of a flex. I couldn't ask for fucking. I didn't want to ask for extra napkins or nothing.
Nah, man, because the DoorDash fee already got me. Even though I pay the $9.99 a month.
Yeah. Oh no. What a fucking. What a flex. Getting Denny's. So
your Domino's, you really ordered the all meat with Domino's? We usually just get cheese.
Yeah. Oh, what a flex. Okay.
You added cheese to your hamburger?
Wait, you got the extra most bestest from fucking Little Caesars, and you didn't get the just hot and ready? Flex.
You really supersized? That's boss.
Oh my goodness. Fuck. So anyway, shout out to fucking Nick Sparlin for being like, oh, Mr. Flex, huh?
Sound like a fucking Dick Sparlin. He should have been named Dick because he sounds like a dick.
Yeah, he sounds like a fucking jackass. But whatever, Doug. Have fun fucking chilling outside of fucking Circle K. But anyway, Doug, I think we talked enough shit. So I think it's time we wrap this shit up. Are you good, Doug? Should we wrap this up?
Magnum style. Let's do it.
Magnum style. Where the fuck did this shit stop recording? Oh no, it's still going. All right, anyway, it's recording. So anyway, Baseline Trey, let's fucking get out this shit.
Tracks.
Al Cucuy, I will see you fucking in episode number 95. We're getting up there, bud. Almost hitting the hundos.
The hundies. We're getting there.
We're going to hit the hundies, dog, and we have to wash those hundies.
Yeah, with some bleach. Cause we
Just a reminder out there to wash your butt.
Because we fart like Covino, so we got to wash them with bleach.
Well, it's your boys D, El Cucuy, Baseline Trey. Let's get out this motherfucker.
Peace.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.